we are on. Welcome tonight to the Valentine's edition.
Ooh.
I've got Cammie in red. Lady in red.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you remember that story.
Well, it was only last week, so
that's true.
I do. I would like to throw a special shout out to Catwalk Salon and Spa, to one of our other hosts, Levi, who has coiffed me professionally.
It does look fabulous. I like the straight.
You know, and he gave me a bit of a fringe to help.
Fringe as in you mean a bang?
Well, ish, yeah, like kind of
A swoop.
a swoop.
You have a swoop, yeah.
So thank you, Levi. Thank you, Catwalk Salon and Spa, who's also a sponsor at Jess FM. Hi, I'm Danielle Lowe,
And I am Cammie Tanner.
and together we make up Soapbox Union, which is basically a platform to learn from the stories of the past, from the great people who have gone before, to try and implement it into our lives, and to continue it on and leave that legacy for everyone
Yeah.
who will be out there in the
And just to
future.
get our opinions on things and things that we've gone through, which is quite a bit, actually. We're pretty experienced.
Yes, we are.
Anyway, we are going to be talking a little bit about Valentine's because it's right around the corner. It's coming up in 2 days. Are you ready for it?
Valentine's and I, well, actually, I think the lady, Dr. Steinberg, said it best. When she
At
said-
your conference.
At my conference, yes. She said, if you want to take Valentine's off, go ahead. But the other 364 days of the year, act with love.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too, and I prefer to be that way rather than combining it all into one day where you're supposed to do it. I like to be a black sheep. I don't like to follow the herd and do what everybody else does. I like to be a little bit different. So I just want to do it on the day that I'm not supposed to.
Well, it depends who my herd is. If I'm following a good herd, like, count me in there. Just stampede. If it's a bad herd, I'm out. But I'm all about, if there's a good enough crowd, count me in.
I still like to be a horse of a different color.
Now, I do have to say, because I just got a little message about this is called a color melt, because he color melted my hair.
I can see that.
Fabulous, eh? Thank you. Mwah.
So, Valentine's. So you still have, I mean, you've got 2 girls, and they must get really excited about Valentine's. And do you have to go to the drugstore and buy the little cardboard Valentine cards so they can write them out and hand them out? And no?
Yes and no.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me just tell you this tip after I figure out how to post this live. And Cammie's going to hate me. So Cammie's going to sing her favorite Valentine song. Well,
No, I'm not going to sing my favorite Valentine's song. But how about I talk about my Valentine's growing up? Because I really liked Valentine's in elementary school. Not so much middle school, high school. But in elementary, it was so fun because I remember you'd make your little heart envelope or mailbox, and all week long, people would post, are you still not figuring it out? People would put all my little Valentines in, and I could not wait to read the ones from the boys that I liked. That was my favorite thing. I'd sift through them. I even had one Valentine, my crush in grade 3 wrote, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, in all the corners of the Valentine. And I was verklempt. I was all excited.
what verbiage you have used to our show. Please. Vocabulary with Cammie. Tell us. What was the word?
Oh my goodness.
I was
Verklempt.
verklempt.
It means I was all like, oh.
Speechless? Is
Yeah.
that what it means?
That's exactly right.
Verklempt.
Don't you ever watch Coffee Talk with Mike Myers on SNL? I'm feeling a little verklempt. You don't remember that?
I've seen that, but
That's where it's
I
from.
probably didn't ever understand the word verklempt. Or know that they were saying it. Probably like, what?
I think it's Yiddish, isn't it? Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
All our viewers, let us know in our comments.
Moving on. But I always liked getting the little extra something in my Valentine's box. So if somebody stuck a candy on the Valentine, that was the best. And every single year for Valentine's, I made homemade suckers.
For your kids or for you? Like
This
to
is
give
when
to
I
your
was in
family?
elementary. I would make homemade suckers and put them on the Valentines to give to all my classmates and my friends. So that's kind of a...
I think I'm just sending Jesse Palmer a video.
Well, I could tell my story was really exciting, and you loved hearing it because you were totally engaged in everything I was
I'm
saying.
just being like the millennials of today. I'd rather be on my phone than hear your story.
What did I say? What was it?
You made homemade suckers.
No.
and made Valentine's
I'm saying, what did I say, a couple weeks ago? I'm going to teach you how to post, and I post it for you, and then you're still going to come back every week and go, how do you do this? I can't figure this out.
But you didn't teach me. You did it for me. Lead a girl to...
I was going to say, teach a man to fish, and he'll fish all the days of his life.
That's right.
Never
Lead a
go
girl-
hungry.
Yeah.
Teach Danielle to do Facebook, and I'll never have to do it for her again.
I know, but I can see it there.
Pause. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
That's good. Now it is live. I'm going to add some hearts. I'm going to add some love to our show.
Fabulous. Look at you go.
Okay, when you're talking about elementary
Valentine's.
love,
Yeah.
I have to tell my daughter's story because when she was in grade 1 or kindergarten and she made that envelope and she brought it home,
Yeah.
and as we were reading her Valentines one by one, I'd read the card like, Valentine, you're like smart, like, or oh, I love you, Valentine. And then I'd turn it over and I'd say, to Claire from, and I'd say it, and every card she would say, I never knew they felt that way about me. She took every card literally. I didn't know they felt that way.
So dramatic.
I wonder where she gets it from.
I don't.
Her dad.
Mr. Leopard Print. I'm never going to let him
You're
live that
not
down.
going to let him live that down.
Every week, I will find a way to work it into the show.
And we appreciate you for that. You know, having a French mom, I had great suppers, but when it came to Valentine's Day, which,
Did you get tired of hearing ooh la la?
no, I don't
Oh.
think she really said ooh la
I would
la.
think that would be such a French thing to say on Valentine's all the time. Ooh la la, ooh la la,
I mean,
ooh la la.
I
No?
perhaps.
I threw you off, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we never really did too much with, I mean, we gave cards.
Do they celebrate it in France?
Not like they do here.
Okay. Well, maybe that would be why.
I'm sure like chocolates. And flowers aren't just for Valentine's Day. There's so many flower boutiques where you can just, like if you're going to eat at someone's house,
Mm-hmm.
you'd bring fresh flowers. And there's whole stores everywhere. I guess we have them here too.
But nobody does that here. If we
But-
go to visit somebody and have dinner, it's you don't ever bring anything
Well,
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful like
Beautiful,
that. That's
yeah,
what I meant.
beautiful
Like you might
flowers
bring a
and
dish, but you're
chocolate
not gonna bring. Here's a bouquet of flowers for that lovely hostess.
Right? let's
Right?
bring it back. The tradition.
You and me, starting it right now.
I should have brought you some flowers.
I should have brought you some flowers.
You know what? Here's a quick question for Cammie.
Oh no.
If you could write on a talking heart, what expressions would you put on them? You know, those talking hearts on Valentine's
That's a
Day?
really good question, and I'm
Right?
feeling very put on the spot.
What would yours say?
This is like, what would you have for a vanity license plate? And I don't know.
A vanity license plate. We're talking about talking hearts.
Okay.
Way more important.
I
Would you
always
put like 4, like ever?
no, I wouldn't. But I would just do little simple things like "you're cute" or "so sweet." I like.
Aren't those on there already? Just joking.
Well, yeah, I'm sure they are. They have everything on there.
You wouldn't put boxwood bureau?
No, but I would start putting emoji faces on there.
Just flat out photos.
No, not photos. Emojis.
Okay.
Do you know how much you can say in just emojis? It's incredible. Sometimes I will have conversations just in emojis.
With who?
People who respond back in emojis.
So you have several people that you communicate with emojis.
Danielle, apparently you don't know how to use your phone very well. You can't even get on Facebook, so don't knock it.
Fair enough. All right.
But as for the little hearts, I don't know. But I still read every single little message before I eat those little candies, and they are my favorite. I will go to Shoppers the day after Valentine's when they all go on sale and hoard them so I can eat them for as long as possible.
You know what's funny is all day I thought I need to get those hearts so when I ask you that question we can talk about them because they're kind of nostalgic.
They are.
But I mean you can get them all year round. But we used to, when I was in high school, my one girlfriend and I used to sneak out. I used to sneak out.
Of class?
No, of the house. Like at night.
Oh.
And we'd meet our friends and we'd all go down to the spill gates. And we would take those talking hearts.
This sounds so McGrath.
So McGrath. Huge
We
rebellion.
went down to the spill gate.
And we'd take the talking hearts, and if we liked what they said, then we'd throw them into the spill gates, and that meant they were going to come true.
Really? Mm-hmm. So, if anybody out there doesn't know McGrath, it's this teeny tiny little town, and there's nothing to do out there. So, kind of the highlight would be going down to the spill gate and throwing out little candy hearts and thinking that they're going to come true.
Well, we sneaked down with our boyfriend, so there's a little more than throwing talking hearts in. But
Oh,
I kept it. I read the guidelines. Just checking in.
I remember my very first boy crush. His name was Michael, and he was in kindergarten. And he was so cute because he had blonde hair and blue eyes. I was in love with Michael. And
Michael.
I remember I even...
Michelle in French.
I even remember, like, trying to always sit by him during the reading time. And I even, like, kissed his little shoulder once when he was... And I remember he looked over at me like
kissed his
this.
shoulder?
And he, like, yeah, because I was sitting behind him. And I...
You just leaned in?
Wait. I'm
gonna play the part of Michael.
Okay, you're Michael.
And am I just
me,
listening
and I'm,
to the story?
So we're sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce.
Okay.
And I would just go like this. And I get closer, and then we were reading the story, and then I go, and I sat back like this.
And he looked at you?
And he looked at me like this, and then he scooted away from me.
Well, Michael, I also had my first crush, and his name, it sounds like such a soap opera name, was
Raphael.
Damien.
Oh, Damien, that works too. Or I was going to say Alejandro.
Damien. How lovely.
Damien sounds Irish, does it not?
Does it not sound like he should have starred on
No.
The Young and the Restless?
Damien to me sounds like this little punk kid who's going to cause trouble all the time.
No. But he was dreamboaty. And you know
Wow.
what? He loved my friend. Oh, Damien.
And not you.
Not even close. And I remember for Valentine's, I remember this. He gave her a rose brooch that he got from his mom.
That is
Not sure if he stole it from
That's extravagant.
if his mom knew. But my girlfriend was such a good girlfriend.
Yeah.
Her name was Janice. She let me hold the rose. And I remember holding that rose thinking, Damien, I wish you had given this to me.
Do you wonder what Damien would be like now as an adult? If he was that sweet and thoughtful as a little boy, do you think he's that still as a grown man, or do you think he's a jerk now? I'm just curious.
I'm going to go on the happy side of that equation.
It would be fun to flash forward and what is Damien like now? The Damien today.
Well, Damien was not from McGrath. I was born in McGrath, and then my family moved to Brooks.
Oh.
So kindergarten.
So much better. You poor child.
Grade 1, grade 2 were in Brooks, and then I moved over to McGrath. So I actually don't even know Damien's last name.
Mm.
Yeah. So Damien, if you lived in Brooks in kindergarten and you're out there,
Don't call me because I'm married.
that's right. We want to know the rest of the story.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe he can call you.
What kind of man are you? Do you
That's
still
right.
give rose brooches to all the girls you love?
Okay, what's the best gift you ever got on Valentine's?
I can't. I don't remember really getting very many gifts. The one gift I do remember is my high school boyfriend. He gave me.
High school was a very important day.
See, we're stepping
for
up a
time
little
of Valentine's.
But he gave me a oh, okay. More of the stories coming back to me as I'm thinking about it. He gave me a giant Valentine's card. It was this big.
Nice.
And so when I had to open it, it was like, but I remember him telling me afterwards, him and his friend, there was the local news channel was at the mall doing a thing, and they were coming out of the store that the camera was right in front of, and so they were trying to like dodge the camera, so that
Your boyfriend was?
yeah, so they wouldn't see,
Oh,
it
that
wouldn't be
you
caught
had-
on TV what he got me for Valentine's. Like I'm gonna watch the news anyway, but it's just
Yeah.
adds to the story. But that's the only thing I can really remember getting as a Valentine's gift.
Yeah, I'd have to say Valentine's isn't really my...
I mean, I'll take
Okay.
myself to Purdy's Chocolates, and that's pretty great because
And-
they have these little candies. They're raspberry gummies,
Ooh.
but they have those little red beads coated around them, and they are phenomenal. I love them.
Purdy's? Thank you.
Oh.
We love you.
Yes, they are fantastic.
I
And they
haven't
only-
tried those, but those sound
They
delicious.
only bring them out at Valentine's.
Yeah, so
My-
now is the time.
Yeah, my mom would actually, when I was living in the States, she would put them in care packages for me and send them to me. And they were so special to me that I would literally savor them to the point where they would go rock hard. I'd make them last that long until
Wow.
the next year when I could get more. I would make those last all year.
All year? How big was the package?
They're just little. They're just like but she would send me 2 or 3,
Yeah.
but I would just make those last all year long.
Oh, gummy candies, I can never make last. That's why I
So-
don't buy them too often.
But that's what I love. Purdy's candies.
Purdy's candies. Well, if you're just joining us, my name is Danielle Lowe,
And I'm Cammie Tanner.
and I should say it. We just finished I Am Eve event's first event. Yeah. And Believe in Love, and it was awesome. So today we're talking about love.
Ah,
Aww,
Valentine's. Yeah, because we got Valentine's coming up in a couple days, and so we're talking about some of our memories from Valentine's past and some of the boys that we've loved through the years.
Oh, I love
many,
love
many
stories.
crushes.
So,
Do you have a love story?
yeah,
Oh.
I have so many. I love love. And because even growing up, I've had to learn how to control my emotions. This is me controlled. Growing up,
Yeah.
you ask,
No, I'm agreeing with you because I can relate.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. And so I was kind of in love with the idea of love, but being in love.
I think we all were as little girls. We dreamed of finding that perfect guy that was just like in the movies that we were watching. That's just normal.
Well, it took me a while to realize that movies are not true.
Men don't live up to the expectations in the movies.
And in
That's
fact,
true.
well, no one does. Neither do the girls live up to those expectations.
Speak for yourself.
But, when my one girlfriend, she read some like romance book and she's like, oh, now I'm going to hate my husband for the next 2 weeks. I should have never read that.
That's
true. I call it emotional pornography.
Good words.
Right?
It totally is.
Oh, once you can lower that bar.
Okay, so movie stars. Quick question: which
Okay.
movie star do you think is like the dreamiest guy
Okay, you're
that
gonna laugh.
makes you just melt and get all verklempt?
I just think of something.
I wonder if I'm using that word wrong.
I don't know.
I don't think I am.
I think you're okay. You know, it's kind of a funny one. I don't really know movie stars' names because I really try hard to know all the names of the people I do know and see. And because I'm not running into a ton of them, they're not on my list of, like, please learn my name. But I know the really big ones. But and when I say that, I mean, like, the really big ones old. Like,
So you kind of, when you think of
like Sean Connery and Mel Gibson, like those old, like Tom Cruise. Like,
ugh,
but I'm not
all
saying-
three of them.
But, okay, if you ask me my dreamboat one, this is going to sound kind of funny, too. Because, like, Ethan Hawke.
Where are you coming from?
I know.
These curveballs. I would
But
never
I saw
have guessed.
him in a movie, and he looked like kind of old man-y. But maybe it's because I love Dead Poets Society so much. And he was in that.
Okay.
So I know that, like, when I say that, I saw him in the movie, where he's like kind of a rock star, but
Right.
all gone wrong. I can't think of what it was called.
And it depends on the movie, too, because, for example, Hugh Jackman in Australia, OMG. But then you see him as Wolverine, and you're like, no, thank you.
Oh, but you see him
Have
as
you
Greatest Showman, and you're like, yes, please.
Oh, I haven't seen the movie yet. I gotta
Okay.
watch it.
Okay, so I have a funny story about Hugh Jackman.
Oh, really?
So my daughter asked me the other day, well, actually when The Greatest Showman was out, we saw it, we loved it, we bought the soundtrack, we sang it for, well, we're still singing it. Today
Okay.
I put on karaoke and sang.
Nice.
This is me, never enough. Anyway, she looks at me and she says, Mom, do you think if I get cancer, I can have Hugh Jackman come visit me? And I was like,
As in, like, make a wish?
yeah, I was like, whoa. Let's redefine this dream. I said, honey, how about you go become a great plastic surgeon? And I bet so many stars will want to make appointments with you.
They'll be old enough at that point where they're going to want to have reconstructive
Whatever.
surgery. Or whatever it is, yeah.
So I said, let's use that as a game plan and not cancer. Cancer. She wanted cancer.
You get what you wish for.
I know. So I thought, let's go that route. And I think she's sold. We'll see.
Okay. But you said, so Ethan Hawke.
I know. So random. Ethan Hawke, circa years ago.
Interesting.
I know.
Yeah. Well then.
How about you? What's yours? You said Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but like I said, it depends on...
Like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh
He's-
my God. Where are you coming
I
from?
know. They're old school ones.
Yeah,
I'm
they
old
totally
school.
are. I remember Christian Bale in Newsies.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
and I was in love with him. But then you see him in the older stuff, and you just know.
How about Goonies? The guy on Goonies. I thought he was so cute.
Which one?
The one who spits all the jewels out. Mouth. Sloth?
You mean, what's his name who plays Rudy and all that?
Yeah, that guy.
I-
But he didn't age as well as he was just like... I know.
I really don't know where to go with this.
You can't. So...
You know,
You know what? When I was little too, I liked I thought Anthony Hopkins was so. I liked his voice. Voices are important to me.
okay, Dermot Mulrooney. You know, from My Best Friend's Wedding with Julia Roberts?
Yes.
That's one.
Is he the one that's getting married, or the one that is?
He's the best friend of Julia
best friend.
Roberts.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
one getting married.
Yeah, he's in Notting. Is he the one in Notting Hill?
That's Hugh Grant.
Oh man, see.
We haven't even gotten into Richard Gere.
Pretty woman. Oh, man.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Fun times. But I have to say, Joey McIntyre, New Kids on the Block, we were going to get married. What happened? I was ready for you.
Did you come back to the tour when he did
No, I didn't. Somebody gave me, when I was in grade 6, somebody gave me a book all about the New Kids on the Block. And I read that from covereth to covereth. And every section about Joey McIntyre, I ate up. And I just couldn't get enough of it. And I believe we were destined to get married. Guess it didn't happen. Dreams don't come true.
Maybe because you didn't make a vision board.
I think things worked out the way they're supposed to.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. Oh, dear.
Oh, man. All right, so let's talk a little bit about love.
Yeah. We got it.
Love. How do you know when you're in love? Go.
Well, let's start with the acronym. No, wait. How do I do this? What is it when you do the L?
Acrostic poem.
L is for the way you look at me, and O is for the only one I see. V
is very, very extraordinary.
E
is even more
than anyone that I adore. So I would say take that as your guidelines for when you know you're in love.
So how someone looks at you?
So it just is how you makes it feel.
If I looked at you
and then you're the only one I see. You're very extraordinary. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I just totally made this up.
No, but really, how do you know? Like, when is Cammie in love?
I don't know. You're putting me on the spot so many times. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know how to. I think you're just consumed by the thought of it, the person. I'm clearly not a good person for the subject.
I don't know. I used to kind of just love the idea of love. So I liked the butterflies in my tummy. I liked just being excited when I saw them. I liked it just being new.
But so you like the infatuation part of it?
Yeah, I do.
See, and I think that's where I'm getting too tripped up on myself, is I'm starting to go into the varying degrees and what's
that's
real, what's not real.
That's kind of where I'm going.
You like the whole Twitter-pated.
Yeah.
You know, Bambi. Twitter-pated.
Yes. But, after you've kind of...
Everybody likes that part.
I know. But
then reality hits and you're going, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to really, kind of work hard at keeping that excitement or that newness or freshness.
Do you know what I love? I love seeing older people, like seniors, who still hold hands walking down the street. I think it's the cutest thing that even after all those years, and not all of them do it, but you get those rare ones that you see, and they still will hold hands with each other wherever they go.
That is cute.
And I adore that.
Here's another thing, too, that I was thinking on the subject. So my sister loved flowers, and she said for, the first year, she was really mad at her husband for never bringing her flowers.
Mm-hmm.
But then she realized she actually had never told him that she expected or wanted and loved flowers. And after she said that to him, every Friday...
She got flowers?
Every Friday.
Every Friday?
Every Friday was Flower Friday. I don't know. That's just what they agreed upon.
She got a good one.
Yeah. And so then her friends would say to her, he is actually really lovely. Aranovia, that was for you. He actually is a really lovely guy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And then her girlfriends would say, you're so lucky. Your husband brings you flowers every Friday. How nice. And she said, let me tell you, though, I told him that's what I wanted. And they would say, Well, if you have to tell him, that takes the magic out of it.
No, it doesn't. Men are, I almost said stupid. Oh, I said it out. Anyway, men, no, I'm just saying, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. We don't think the same way. They can't automatically read our minds, and they just have a different way of thinking than we do. So how are they supposed to know?
So you know
It doesn't take the mystery out of it.
No, it puts.
I think it's endearing when you like when she told him she wants flowers, and he does it every Friday. That's the romance.
Right?
That's the
and
surprise.
So when they say like, no, we don't want to do that. Say then
you're never going to get flowers.
You're probably not going to get flowers.
And
So
then you're just going to be an angry old woman the rest of your life.
You know that song? If she knew what she wants, he'd be giving it to her.
No,
You
I don't
the
know
song?
that
Oh.
song.
Well, you know the song, Walk Like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
And
Same band.
Same band.
Right, but I just don't know the song.
I know. No one knows that song. It was on the tape, on the cassette.
I didn't have the album.
And it actually wasn't a great song, but it's a song that has stayed with me forever because I'd have to say I didn't know what I wanted. And so it's really hard to be in a relationship with someone when you can't clearly communicate what you want because you don't know. But since I have known,
Yeah.
it's been way better. And I always think that if he knew what you want, he'd give it to you. But how am I communicating that? And sometimes I communicate it in really like passive-aggressive ways, like, thanks for never buying me.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work so well.
Yeah.
So says a therapist. Just joking. You don't even need a therapist. But apparently I did.
That's okay.
But
We
I
all
learned.
need it sometime.
All right.
Favorite love song? Do you have one?
Yeah. Should we reintroduce ourselves though?
Yeah, I guess you can know who we are. Just kidding.
I'm Danielle Lowe of I Am Eve Events. And we just finished our very, very first one. Thank you to all the wonderful ladies who came out, for all our sponsors, our community. There was so much love in that event.
There was a ton of love in that event.
There was tons of love in the swipe bag, tons of love in the air, tons of love in the stories that were shared. That was a long intro. And this is...
And I am Cammie Tanner. I am the owner and designer of boxwoodbureau.com. And I've got my spring line of bags soon to launch. It's so exciting. And I just want the weather to match the bags that are coming out. I want spring. I'm tired of this minus 20 plus. I'm just saying.
Right? So one of my favorite love songs is What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. Dionne Warwick, is that who sings it?
That's from my best friend's wedding.
Yeah. I love that song. It's also from Forrest Gump. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word on that.
I'm almost sure.
I don't know. I have to take your word on
All
that.
You Need Is Love from the Beatles. Love that one. Love, Love Me Do.
You like the hippie, upbeat love songs.
Yeah.
You don't like the sappy,
Okay,
pull
well,
on your heartstrings.
I like Unchained Melodies. And thanks to
Oh, I
Ghost,
used to
I've
love
always
that.
wanted to do a pottery class.
Everybody does. And
And so Dave and I signed up for a class. Really, this March, I'm like, hey, that's on my bucket list. We
that's
probably won't reenact it
hilarious.
in the class because that would be awkward.
yeah, no, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How about your love songs?
That's good, though. Like, bring your pottery by. I'd love to see what you guys make.
Our little love child.
Yeah.
People will feel the energy from that vase, the love from the vases, the bowls.
Right.
Okay. Your love songs.
My love songs are Eric Clapton. I love the
Tears in Heaven?
You Look Wonderful Tonight.
Oh, that is a good
And
one.
I love that song because when you listen to the words, you can tell how much he loves his wife and just adores her. And even when she's just saying, like, how do I look or whatever, he just says, you know what, you look wonderful. And you can just tell he loves his wife. I like that. And then I'm on this Billy Joel kick right now.
Oh, Billy, you can always be on a Billy Joel.
I have just been listening to a ton of his stuff. And he
Like
has...
greatest hits?
Yeah. Well, I just go on YouTube and then I'll hit like the YouTube mix.
Yeah.
But it's most of his songs anyway. But I'm trying to think of the title. But he's
Crocodile Rock.
that's Elton John. And where is that in the love song repertoire? I have to say.
It's just the first one that came to my mind. No, Billy Joel had they have a musical that has
She's
all
Got a
of
Way
the-
About Her. That's
Oh, that's a good
that's one. And then there was a third one. Oh, there's a Garth Brooks one that I love. I know.
I like Garth Brooks. Oh, it was Shayla Miller who hated him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I like Garth Brooks.
I got nothing against the guy either.
Fire and Ice. She's sun and rain and da-na-na. It's a little crazy, but it's not. Anyway, I like that song. So those are kind of, well, I mean, it's so hard to pick a song.
You know,
but those are kind of the three that come to mind that are my favorite.
You know what's funny is Dave loves like cheesy love songs, like Whitney Houston and like those kind of ones, like Mariah Carey. Like
the
what's
two
the,
of
what's
you,
the Titanic
I
one?
can't. Oh, Celine Dion.
Celine, he likes that one too.
You guys are both in left field.
I know.
I can't.
We
That's
love
hilarious.
it.
I would if we were on a game show.
Yeah.
And we had to answer questions about each other, I would lose every time because I wouldn't even be in the right playing field for what I would guess for your answers that you actually would say. We're not going on game shows because we're not going to win.
Hey, if that's what you have going in, I believe.
Unless we had like some little secret, anything that has to do with food, it's pizza. Or if they talk about any color, red, so then we could,
do you remember when they used to play, not Hollywood Squares, the wedding game they would take couples in and then they would ask them the questions?
Like the dating game
The
ones
that were married.
and then the oldest ones that are all married.
Yeah.
Newlyweds.
Newlywed game.
And,
It's called the Newlywed
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that took us a minute to get to that end point.
But we sure had some fun memories along the way. Right?
Were
Game show.
you going to go any more with that dating game show?
No,
or?
the Newlywed Game. I liked it.
Oh.
We played it. I think it's a fun party game. If you want to get a few couples, you can go
I don't think
online,
I've ever played
get
it.
the questions. Oh, it is hilarious what some people come out with.
Oh,
And
I'm
then-
sure.
And then to see like what they say and what they don't
About their
say.
spouses
Yeah.
and what they...
You better be close friends and better make sure everyone's getting along. Sorry, you're not getting along well enough. You can't come to our... No, it is pretty funny. Okay, so very first love, besides kindergarten.
Besides Michael?
Besides Michael and Damien. Kicking them to the curb.
So...
Or how about, like, craziest love? No? You've never had some crazy love?
No, I honestly, I have not. I've been a very... I was a goody-goody. I mean, what can I say? I never was crazy. I was always too scared of stepping out of line. So I didn't have any wild, crazy moments. What was the question again?
Crazy love or, like, first love.
But
besides our, like, littles.
Okay, well, you've got to give me an age because otherwise...
Okay, first kiss.
Oh.
Or is it, like, one of those, like, ooh, I'll give you...
And I have a funny story. I have a funny story. Grade 6, and this is elementary back in our days.
Grade 6, I love it.
I know. Everybody got boyfriends and girlfriends. And my boyfriend in grade 6, oh my goodness, I can remember his name, was John Moore. And he had red hair. And I remember we would play this game at recess where which couple could kiss the longest.
Ooh. Did anyone make it the whole recess?
And I remember each couple would take their turn standing in front of each other, and it was just a kiss on the lips, and you just kind of hold it there, really awkward, and everybody's going, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. And then by the time you just can't stand it anymore, you let go of lips.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't even remember what I got to, but I remember playing that game with my boyfriend.
Did you hold it the longest?
Probably not. It was just so awkward. Like you're sitting there with your faces smushed together, and you're almost kind of like looking around, like, how much longer have I got to do this? Oh, good times.
Oh, good thing we don't have that segment.
Gotta love that elementary school recess
school
games. But yeah, so that was my first kiss. But I'm not gonna say it really counted.
Did
because
you ever play, like, spin the bottle and stuff?
No, heavens no. We only played Truth or Dare.
Dave used to play spin the bottle.
Yeah, I never played Spin the Bottle.
Or, like, the closet, where you go in the closet.
Yeah, I know all those games. I just never
Yeah, I
played
wasn't
them.
much of a player in those kind of games.
But we played Truth or Dare. But we never did anything. It was always, go drink out of the ketchup bottle or something dumb like that. So I think we were just, at least my group of friends, we were just too young and naive. We couldn't even think of anything.
So one time in New York City, Megan and I were like 18 years old, and I used to I still do, love swing dancing, and I used to teach it. I loved it. I loved everything about it. Well, in Central Park, we met this guy who was like, "You two girls are swingers? Oh yeah, we love swinging."
Oh no.
And he's like, "I'm going to take you to the greatest club." So we're like, "Wow, thank you. Okay, we're going to go home, get ready, and we're coming back." So we go home and we get ready, and then we call Megan's mom. She wasn't at the apartment in New York. She was in New Jersey at the time. And we're like, "Hey, we met this great guy in Central Park who's going to take us swinging." And she's like, "There is no way you two are going with some random stranger to a swing club in New York." And we didn't.
Good call. I think you would have had your eyes very, very, very open that
Two
evening.
country bumpkins in New York City.
You better go down to the, what is it called, and just throw your little hearts in and just keep wishing, girl.
That's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. Okay, when you said that you love to swing,
Yeah.
dance, let's emphasize dance, I just had a memory. Bloop. So I used to do swing dance as well.
Okay.
Did you were a part of that swing dance group that practiced like every...
I taught, yeah.
I went to those classes, and now I'm trying to remember this. But nobody ever wanted to dance with me because I was the tall girl, and you couldn't flip the tall girl. So I was standing in the sidelines. I was the wallflower. But if somebody wanted to do that, like the leg kick,
Yeah.
I was all over that.
Okay,
I just
well,
couldn't do the flip stuff because I wasn't.
Guess what? I've got happy news for you. Yesterday night, I said to Dave, 2019 is my year of yes. And I'm
trying to say no.
I'm falling back in love with all the things that I love.
Mhm.
So Lethbridge has a swing dance club. A swing dance club.
Emphasis on the dance. Because there is a Lethbridge Swing Club.
Is there?
Yes. So let's just emphasize there is a Lethbridge Swing Dance
I
Club.
think it's called Swing Bridge or Swing Bridge Lethbridge. It has a
Swingbridge.
Facebook page,
Okay.
and I've seen it for a while. And when we were down in Whitefish, I met a girl whose daughter goes to this dance, and she said, "You don't even need a partner. So the first hour, they just teach you how to dance,
Mm-hmm.
teach you the steps. They rotate all the partners. You dance pretty much with everyone. And then the next hour, you still dance with everyone, but it's just a dance. And anyone can go, a $5 drop-in.
Huh.
It's this beautiful community. And as we're driving over, I said to Dave, I said, "Tonight, I am going to rediscover my love of swing dancing, and I'm going to this class." He's like, "Am I invited?" And I said, "You are invited if you want. But if not, you don't even need a partner." So I'm going.
I think David would want to go just to dress like the Dapper Dan.
Right?
It's all about the outfit for him. Just
Actually,
saying.
does
He would
really
probably
do
have like that long feather in his hat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could rock the feather.
He totally could.
So we get there, and when we show up, someone told me that your first time was free. That's not true.
That's a lie.
But they did let us in 2 for $7. Sorry if you don't get that deal. But I will bring them $3 more. Except for don't go next week because it's not open. But when we go there, they said, "Oh yeah, you're welcome. Join. We're a smidge late." Can you believe that?
A smidge?
Anyway, we get in and we join, and Dave's like, "I don't want to dance with everyone else. I thought I was dancing with you." I said, "David."
Did you use his full name?
I love the name David. I will always use his full name. David. And you know when 24 came out?
Yeah.
David. She always say that all the time. David. I thought I could say that. David. Anyway, that's how she says it.
That's hilarious.
So I said, if you are not going to be part of this group, like, just go home. That's not what this is about. So he was a sport. He danced around the room with everyone, and it was good. And on the way over, I said, David, I am so excited because I'm going to my peeps. And he's like, how do you know these are your peeps? I'm like, I know. And they were my peeps.
Really?
Inclusive, dancing, everyone, just good atmosphere. And even the room that it was in was so beautiful. You know the space above on 13th Street where like a
Designed to
coffee-
dwell?
Is that where it is? Yeah.
No.
There's a coffee shop on the bottom.
That's Johnny Bean.
Johnny Bean, yes.
Yeah.
And above it is a
Oh, it's on the
space
tip
that
of
you
my
can
tongue.
rent.
I know. And it's Facebook. Quick. Anybody out there? What's the name above Johnny Bean Cafe? It's like a dwell or urban. It's got the word urban in it. I'm having just one of those brain moments. Anyway,
I don't know.
moving on. I don't know what it is either.
Anyway, Monday nights, go check them out there. Go check out my fabulous people. Of
That's
swing dancing.
that's a beautiful space up there.
Yeah, really nice. Good music,
Okay.
good crowd.
Cool.
So when I was thinking, like, what do you love? I actually have that as a question. What do you love? And I was going to talk about swing dancing because I love
Gotcha.
swing dancing. What do you love?
I have phases, or like, and right now I'm in a plant phase. I love plants, and I have built this shelf unit in my house to house all my plants. And I have
Like succulents? Or
I have, like I have my fig trees, and I have my fruit-bearing fig trees, and I have tropicals
Do they
and
get figs on them?
succulents. They will. They're just too young.
Okay.
And then I'm an avid gardener, and so I built a grow, like a grow space
a grow up?
in my basement. So I've got
You get 4 plants.
I've got like the grow lights hanging above. Actually, okay, funny story, because I love plants. And so I had these grow lights in my house because in the winter they just don't get enough sunlight. And when I first put grow lights in my house, I put a pink one in, and it just made the whole living room glow pink. I mean, it was just awful, but that's what I had bought from Lowe's. And so my dad came over, and he's like, "What's that pink light?" And I said, "Well, that's my grow light." And he said, "You should turn that off because people are going to think you're growing cannabis in your house, and then they're going to break into your house and steal your cannabis." And I was like, "No, they're not." Sure enough, my neighbors were knocking on my door. I had 3 of my neighbors knock on my door. "What's that pink light in your house?" And I said, "I'm growing cannabis." I said, no, I'm just kidding. So those are from my fig trees and my ferns, and I have a lemon tree, and so
Lemon tree, very pretty.
so I just adore being with my plants and taking the time, and I'll go in there every day and mist them with a spray bottle.
Do you
and,
sing to them?
No, I don't.
You should.
Maybe I should. I know that that's a thing. So, and then I have a water meter, and I go check like the soil moisture all the time, and I have like all my different fertilizers for each kind of plant that it needs, and I have like a marking system so I know when to fertilize. But I go in there and I can lose 2 hours, and I'm just sitting there soaking in the vibes of my plants, and I love it. It's just a little haven for me. So that's one thing I love. And then my bag designing, I love it so much. I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do, and it's on my brain, I cannot wait to go down to my workspace in my house and start cutting fabric and piecing and putting pattern designs together. And I could be there all day, every day. Well, I am. And just not get enough of it. It's like the last thing that I think about when I go to bed, and the first thing that I wake up in the morning, and I cannot wait to start doing it. Love it a lot.
How about Soapbox Union?
Yeah, I love that too.
I'm calling fake.
No, I do. I love coming here. You know, I have to say though, I do have my moments where I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's Tuesday night, we got to go do the show, and I'm like, oh, but I have so much to do. If I could only stay home and just keep working. Every time I come and I do this, I get such a high off of it. I love it, and I'm like, why do I keep forgetting that I have these experiences and these feelings every time I do this show?
Why?
Because ADHD kicks in, and I like micro focus on all the other stuff, and I forget. Anyway, so there you go. But those are the things that I really, really, really love. And I love pink.
You do. The pink light.
And I love chocolate. Oh, okay, so now the story. I've gotten rid of the pink grow light, and now I have white. And it's on a timer, so it only comes on during the day. It's not on at night. And so I don't get any knocks on my door anymore asking what's going on in my living room. So, but yeah, and so I love the mountains. Oh. Some people are ocean people,
yeah, and
some people are mountain people. I'm a mountain person.
Nice. What is your zodiac sign?
Gemini. I'm a split personality.
And
I am crazy.
I always feel like that too. That I'm just.
And you are Gemini?
Balance. I'm a scale.
But it's not only that, but you also take on the personalities of whoever you're with. Do you do that?
Yep.
Yeah, all the time. I will start becoming that person and that personality. And then so it's really hard for me to know my true self because I'm continually vibing off of other people.
Hey,
and changing my mind.
I have a crystal that helps me stop vibing off others.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of crystal is it?
Oh, that's something.
Are you an energy? You're not an energy sucker.
Well, am I? Do I suck other people's energy?
That's not what that's about, right?
No, this one is about.
So that stops you from sucking my energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maisie Hickman. I no longer have pink lights.
There you go. Favorite flower? What flower do you love, love, love?
Okay.
Speaking of flowers and husbands getting flowers, if you were able to get flowers, what would you get?
Okay, well, can I?
I can see you're getting really into this. Like, okay, I got a list, and I'm going to tell you.
No. I like wildflowers, which is kind of random, but I like roses too. I actually bought myself roses for my event.
Oh.
And everyone's like, oh, you've got
Did
me
you
flowers.
really?
And I'm like, I got me flowers. I mean, Dave would have bought them too, but I got me flowers.
I love that.
But one time, and I like forget-me-nots.
I used to love those too.
Right?
They're adorable.
They're just teeny tiny. And I like the little alpine ones on the mountains when you climb up really high.
The white ones?
They're little pink, but there are white ones too. They kind of look like forget-me-nots too.
Oh, I know what ones you're talking about.
They're teeny tiny.
Yeah.
And I think for I took a class once called Natural History of Waterton at the university, and basically all you did was do the hikes in Waterton with a guided tour.
Huh.
It was fantastic. And they said for one little square, not centimeter square, maybe like 10 centimeters square, was like 20 years or 25 years. It was something extreme that I remember thinking.
What was 25 years? Like it
took that long
to make
that
much
amount
grow.
of like the moss and flower grow. I thought,
That's a really long time.
and you'd see them kind of like covered all over the rock and think, that has been working for a really long
So
time.
that's why they don't want us to pick the flowers.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes, but I do have a Valentine's Day story.
Oh.
So my sister was talking with a bunch of other girls, and they were saying, my husband better not buy me flowers on Valentine's because they're double the price. And sometimes they don't last as long, or they're just not as good, right? Because they have that huge influx. And if you know my sister, she said, my husband better buy me flowers on Valentine's because I'm worth it. And as she's telling me the story, I'm thinking in my head, are there really people who don't think they're worth the cost, like the price of flowers? And it was the first time that idea, like, kind of popped in my head. And so that Valentine's, I decided that I was going to be like you were worth it. It was called like the You Were Worth It campaign. I just made it up in my head and thought, I am going to give flowers to the flowerless. And I just bought a whole bunch of flowers. And I really didn't have the budget to buy the flowers, but I just knew it would work out.
So what are you going to do, walk around Lethbridge and just hand out flowers?
No, I went and bought a whole bunch of bouquets of roses, and then I was delivering them out to different people. And it honestly felt so good that I started like breaking up the bunches so I could just give it to more and
So
more
do
people.
more.
And
Gee, I wish I was the first one.
well, anyway, it just felt good. Like I gave them to like, the little widows and
Yeah.
And anyways, and the day that I gave them all out, I thought, this is so good. It feels so good. I loved it. The day I gave my Valentine flowers away was my best Valentine's. But there was that one problem. I was an outrageous amount of money that I had spent, but it was still like way out of budget. And there was one bouquet I had left to deliver on the Monday because I ran out of time. Or I don't know if it's the Monday, the next day, the following day. And as I pulled into my driveway after I had delivered that bouquet, I looked on my phone, and this at the time I sold scrapbooking supplies and photos.
Yeah.
And as I pulled in, my phone beeps, and there is a book order.
Oh.
One book order. She ordered a bunch of those books that paid almost to the cent of my
That's amazing.
Valentine's. It was amazing. It was the best Valentine's Day ever. The day I gave my flowers away without knowing how I was going to pay for them. But I totally believe that when you act and do something good, it will come back.
Well,
to
it's
you.
called karma.
Yeah.
Yeah, good karma.
So it works. This Valentine's Day, if you hate it, go serve someone and love them and let them feel your love.
You know what? I'm going to go buy myself some chocolate.
Or those Purdy's gummies. Those sounded delicious.
I'm thinking about Purdy's right now. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's a really cute
do
story.
you know the history of Valentine's Day?
Saint Valentine. That's all I know.
And he used to marry couples in secret.
Yeah, I did know that.
Right?
Mhm.
Well, and then, back Roman and Greek era,
Mhm.
it was totally pagan, where there was crazy love. Big,
Crazy love.
Yes, we'll just leave it at that. You can go research all the details. But do you know where Cupid comes from?
No. No. It's Greek. And isn't he one of the messengers of the gods or something?
Venus.
Okay.
Venus, goddess of love. That's her son.
Do you use that razor? Oh,
No,
no,
I-
okay.
Goddess of love that you are. Surely the things I ask. Can't be too great a task, you know. This
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
Venus, if you will.
Oh,
please send
that
a little
song.
girl for me.
It takes me a minute.
Yeah.
It takes
That's
me
right.
when I don't have the whole melody behind it.
Well, or
I
a
mean the-
melody.
I mean
Or
the,
any melody behind it. Hey, I wasn't a singer. I just sing for singing.
I just sing for singing. In karaoke at my house.
I do.
Oh dear.
Anyway, all right. Well, it looks like we're kind of
We've we've hit the end.
We're at that time.
We're out of love. We'll have to go
Where
recharge.
is the love? We'll recharge.
That was fun. I liked hearing about all those stories
Yeah.
and remembering things from the past. I don't think about Michael very often, but it's great to bring him up every
Damien,
once
if
in a
you're
while.
out there, I hope you're still giving nice things. Oh, and one more thing. About Valentine's love. Oh, so I will tell you one thing. When I was scrapbooking, I made all these scrapbooks of our family.
Mhm.
And then I thought I called it love therapy. And what I did is I scrapbooked all my old boyfriends.
That's so funny.
And I kid you not, like Dave would look at our family albums, but my old boyfriend, tell them, he like was poring over each
Of course
page.
he was.
I thought, what? Anyway, if you are having trouble saying goodbye to old loves, scrapbook them. And when you close the book,
Then you're
you
done.
can put the chapter back on your shelf.
Excellent idea, Danielle. I shall go home and do that today.
Bye-bye. No, thank you for joining us this week. We'd like to thank Jess FM for hosting us. I'm Danielle Lowe of IMEVE Events.
And I'm Tammy Tanner from Boxwood Bureau.
And together, we are Soapbox Union. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next week.
Happy
Bye.
Valentine's. Where is the love?